Tonight, we definitely want to have a remembrance of those that have lost their lives recently around the country. As our classic cars bring out the red, white, and blue of our great country.
I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
At this time, please join me in prayer. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this gathering of race fans across the country watching and those that have gathered here at the racetrack tonight. We thank you for all the officials that are here tonight to make sure we have a safe race environment. We thank you for the opportunity to even come out and have this sport that we call fun and we love to enjoy, to participate and watch in it. We ask that at the end of the night, you lead, guide, and direct everybody that's here at the racetrack to their final destination safely. And of course, Lord, we grieve at this time for the tragic losses of Americans across the country, whether it's the East Coast, the West Coast, or right here in Uvalde, Texas, the needless killing of young men and women and the teachers involved at that school. We ask that you be with those families during their time of grief. Help them as they try to recover from this terrible event. We thank you for everything that you give us. We thank you for the opportunity to be in this great nation. We thank you for the many things that are sure to come in the future. In your name we pray. Amen. God bless America. God bless Texas. And we are ready for a great night of racing here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Thank you for coming out. As the first heat race is lined up on the back straightaway, we are ready to rock and roll. We'll see if this stays wet for us or is it going to get dusty. I think I know the answer to that one. All right, up first should be the Advanced Auto Parts Street Stocks coming out on the track. Let's take a look and see who's out here in this first heat race tonight. C3, Chris Birmingham's going to be on the inside of row 1. That's called the pole. Next to him, the 704 of Aaron Pabin. Second row inside, Drake Pruitt in the 56. And next to him, Jim Swanson in the 32. Row 3 inside, 39, Chase Ellison. Next to him, Dwayne Toyin in the 48. And the fourth row, the last row, that is the 3D of Darrell Rhodes, your main event winner at our last race 2 weeks ago. He'll have Darrell Cox in the 20 right next to him. All right, street stocks, factory stocks, sport compacts, iStocks, sport mods, and mods. That's how the running order is going to look like tonight. It's going to be a good one. Good night of racing. All right, we got the big man Joel up there in the flag stand tonight, sitting in for Nathan Lavender. Thanks, Joel, for chipping in and helping us out. Going to get them lined up side by side down the back straightaway as the scoring tower talks to them in their receivers inside their helmets, told them to line up, and we are ready to kick it into gear. June the 4th, the first weekend of June. It's summertime here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Here we go as Chris Birmingham takes off down the lead in that black over yellow C3. Started on the pole. He's jumping out quickly. He's chased by the 48 of Dwayne Toyin starting on the outside of row 3. He already rocking himself up to second place. Little contact in turn 4. No harm. 3D Darrell Rhodes, main event winner at our last race here 2 weeks ago, sits in third right now in that multicolored 3D car, black, white, little blue in there, looking good. Here comes the 56 of Drake Pruitt in the blue with the orange spoiler. The 704, he's got those numbers that almost matches the sky up there. Aaron Pabin with the sky blue 704. A little further back, 39, Chase Ellison with the darker blue numbers with the white body. Dwayne Toyin able to get up to the lead now as Chris Birmingham had a hiccup while I was talking about some other things. He dropped from first to third, pushes Toyin to first. Darrell Rhodes up to second after winning the main event 2 weeks ago. Chris Birmingham trying to get back in the gas. Firing around turn 1 and 2. Darrell Rhodes sniffing on turn 3. Watch out, turn 4. Yellow, quite the fella comes out, turn 4. Well, that's Chris Birmingham might not be too upset about that yellow flag, as not only does it match the color of his car, but it'll bring him back up. Bring him back up behind the leaders there. Darrell Cox, the 2D, is being told it's his time to leave the track after a solo spin in the heat races. You're done. All right, so Dwayne Toyin, he's got the lead. Chris Birmingham had that bobble, and Toyin and
Lights are going off on the back straightaway. Lights going off on the back straightaway. Delaware restart.
Toyin and Darrell Rhodes was able to get by him.
4 down, 4 to go.
4 laps down, 4 to go. Picking up speed. Here they come racing at you. Dwayne Toyin, again, your race leader. He is out of Austin, Texas, trying to hold off the hard charge of Darrell Rhodes. Rhodes started on the 4th row inside. Rhodes out of Dicetta, Texas. Chris Birmingham started on the pole, led the first few laps. Birmingham hailing from Leander. Still backing off the pace there is Birmingham, not able to stay up with your front 2 cars. Watch out, bottom of 4 one more time. Yellow is out, yellow's out. Daryl Rhodes coming into tonight. He's your points leader in the street stocks presented by Advanced Auto Parts. 142 points so far during the season. Robert Danielson is out of Bandera, Texas. He's second in points at 136. Third in points, Dale Caswell at 128. Fourth is Chase Ellison, who's out there right now. He's out of Pflugerville at 125. So 17 points behind your points leader, Daryl Rhodes, who currently sits in second place in the heat race. So Chris Birmingham, who started on the pole, got bumped all the way back to third. Yellow flag comes out, catches back up with your leaders, but couldn't do anything on that restart. Actually started dropping back again. So here's the yellow flag again, bunches them all back. Can Birmingham stay with Daryl Rhodes and Dwayne Toyin, or are they going to pull away again? Let's find out. Green, green, green on the restart. Joel's got that green flag waving up in the flag stand. Let's kick it back in. Here we go. Daryl Rhodes setting up for an inside shoot down the back straightaway. Tried to pull the trigger going into turn 3. Nothing there. Dwayne Toyin got a really good car in the 48. Rhodes tries to set him up one more time on the inside. Rhodes gets very, very close. Nearly swapping paint there in 1 and 2. No touching. Made it through cleanly. Rhodes one more time. Toyin shuts the door. Not all the way, though. There's still a little crack there, a little daylight. It's not pitch dark. Watch out. Dwayne Toyin about to give up the lead. Oh, a little bobble there by Daryl Rhodes. Cost him a couple of feet there, but he hangs on to it. Down the back straightaway. Doors open again. Oh, there we go. Dwayne Toyin, turn 4. Might have been a slight little contact, probably incidental. They got Toyin loose, and he drops him second to last just like that. 56 pulls into the infield. Drake Pruitt. Drake Pruitt out of Elgin. Daryl Rhodes picks up where he left off 2 weeks ago. Got the main event win back in May at our last race and grabs a heat race win here tonight. Chris Birmingham able to salvage a second place after Dwayne Toyin got real loose up there. Toyin and Rhodes were battling up there in turn 4, and Rhodes was going on the inside of him. Toyin might have touched him, threw himself loose, and that was all she wrote. Heat race number 2 for the street stocks presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Let's take a look and see who's scheduled for this race. 64L Shane Lander on the pole. 05 Daniel Gaudette next to him. Second row inside, 58 Matt Hodge. Row 2 outside, 87 Robert Danielson. Second in points in the street stocks. Third row inside, number 9, Tommy Gurrell. Third row outside, A.J. Dancer in the 52. And look at this appearance here tonight. Row 4, 76S. Cody Daniel coming down to Cotton Bowl Speedway. That's going to be a good race. Good race with Cody Daniel in the race tonight. All right, taking a green at the pink tire down there in turn 4. That's the Pick Chick tire. In honor of Rachel Plant, our photographer. She's standing out there on the tire in turn 3 and 4. Green flag, green light. We are off and running as they take off down the front straightaway. Daniel Gaudette. A little bit of a yellow flag. Yellow lights weren't turned off at an appropriate time, but I don't know. We're off and running. We got a gaggle of cars coming around turn 4. It's a swarm. It's a group. Look at him racing for position as Robert Danielson in the all-white 87 trying to move up on the inside. Bit of a sloppy start, but they worked it out amongst themselves, and Danielson says, I want to be the head of the class. That's where he is right now. Here comes the 9 of Tommy Gurrell, also in the white, number 9, coming out of turn 4, sitting in second. 76, Cody Daniel. He started on the last row. He's from Waco, working his way through the pack. 52, A.J. Dancer in that familiar orange 52, getting underneath Daniel and coming up on Tommy Gurrell. Robert Danielson blowing him away right now in the heat race. Bianca's got to be back there real happy with this heat race right now being run by Robert Danielson. Tommy Gurrell a distant second in the dark over white 9. Daniels third in the all yellow. 76S and A.J. Dancer always in the mix up front, trying to undercut Cody Daniel. Turn 1 and 2. Dancer gets up next to him down the back straightaway. Dancer goes under Daniel, passes him. A.J. stays underneath, stays on the gas. Oh, he cannot get by Tommy Gurrell. Tommy Gurrell, always a strong car. Here goes A.J. Dancer one more time. Daniel's going to go right behind Gurrell. A.J. Dancer stomping on the gas pedal. Stays away from the brake. Slides up underneath Tommy Gurrell. Rubbing paint coming out of turn 4. Door to door, side by side. Tommy Gurrell says, not so fast, A.J. Cody Daniel sets himself up one more time. He gets back up in front of A.J. Dancer. Dancer likes that low line. Right now, Daniel likes the outside line. Neither one of them can get by Tommy Gurrell, though, holding a solid second. Spin in turn 4. Bottom of 4. Watch out, watch out. Telling the drivers to stay up. We're staying green. Stay out of the way. There's your checkered flag win as Robert Danielson comes home for an easy win. Looks like Cody Daniel was able to get second as he got by Tommy Gurrell coming out of 4. Well, Cody Daniel out of Waco coming out of turn 3 and 4, able to get by Tommy Gurrell. Shuffling Gurrell from second back to third, but Robert Danielson, he's the man of the hour right now in this heat race as he took the win. Coming up next, the Cotton Bowl Speedway factory stocks. Looking at the factory stock division from a couple of weeks ago, Tim Holmeyer out of College Station took the win in our main event. Adam Hall in the 12 car. Out of Round Rock, he finished up in second. Steve Sims finished third in the 58. Steve out of Austin, Texas. All right, we got the factory stock starting lineups up. Let's take a look at them. 57, Jake Hall will be on the pole. Next to him, 726, Eric Robbins. Row 2, inside, 88J, Jeff Blackwood. Next to him, 55R, the always fast Rusty Head. Row 3, inside, the 29K of Dylan Kowalik. And the 94 of Alan Torres. And row 4, inside, Jesse Davis in the 74J, Jeff Bollinger in the 42-2, row 4 outside. Kowalik Crazies are in attendance up there on the top row. I see Mama up there ready to cheer on. Lights are out. Here we go. Green flag, green light. Factory stocks off and running. As Hall and Robbins are going to set the pace from the pole. Don't think it's going to stay that way very long with a whole bunch of good drivers right behind him. Shooting the gap right through the middle. Look at him go. Alan Torres in the 94 trying to be a playa. P-L-A-Y-A, playa, early. Shooting the gap, goes by the 88J. Jeff Blackwood stood no chance against Torres as he went by him. Here comes Rusty Head. I'm telling you, this is probably going to set up for a race between the 94 Alan Torres and 55 Rusty Head. Oh, 57 Jake Hall gets shuffled out of the way. Rusty Head spins but keeps on going in turn 4. Man, I thought Rusty Head and Alan Torres were going to have a breakneck race here, but something happened to Rusty up there in turn 4. Lost momentum, spun back in the gas, but he's got a lot of ground to make up as Alan Torres out of San Antonio, one of the best tow truck drivers in San Antonio. He leads the race. Watch out, Dylan Kowalik spins up there in turn 3.5. So Rusty Head may benefit early in this heat race with this yellow flag. After Dylan Kowalik was just tapping the top of his head, top of his car as he went by. If that's a solo spin on Dylan Kowalik, he's done in the heat race, and I think that's what he was motioning. That's what the officials saw. So Alan Torres from San Antonio, always running a great race no matter where he's at, whether it's Cotton Bowl or the Race Ranch or Edna or I-37, it don't matter, but Alan Torres is going to run a great race. Now, he is going to have his hands full, though. 726, Eric Robbins, always strong here on the race surface of Cotton Bowl Speedway. Also, this yellow is going to be giving an opportunity for the 55 of Rusty Head, who spun out, did a 360, but got back in the gas and no yellow came out. That cost him about a half lap. He was really, really trailing when he had that spin, but now there's only 2 cars in front of him. And I still say this is going to be a race between Alan Torres and Rusty Head. Lights are out. Here we go. Picking up speed. Alan Torres leads him past the flag stand. If Rusty Head can make his way by Eric Robbins in the multicolored 726 and can get by Jeff Blackwood, this could turn into a 2-car shootout. However, Robbins and Blackwood are going to have something to say about that as they stay in second and third. Rusty Head letting Robbins know he's right behind him. Head goes to the low side of turn 1 and 2, trying to cut the amount of ground he has to drive on. I don't know. Right now, though, Rusty Head may be looking for a better finishing position. He may not be able to catch up and challenge Alan Torres, but now he's shooting for a better finishing spot so he can have a better starting spot in the main event. Rusty going low one more time coming out of turn 2. Lining him up, 726 going by Robbins. Kowalik comes off the track right there. Oh, watch out, turn 4. Holy cow, the 88J, as we were all looking one way. 88J, Jeff Blackwood was sitting still, and I don't think Robbins ever saw him. If he did, he just T-boned him right in the front part of that car. Hey, folks, don't forget to pick up your 50/50 tickets. We got 50/50 tickets for sale out there on the sidewalk. If you don't make it to her, she'll come to you. Raise your hand. We want to send somebody home with a lot of money in their pocket. Maybe if we can get it up to $150 or $200, that'll give you, what, 2 or 3 gallons of gas. Gas prices getting out of control. Well, Alan Torres knows exactly what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be out front. That's where he gets lined up. So we got that figured out now. The 88J Jeff Blackwood should have been off the track because of the solo spin. We're trying to get Eric Robbins back out there on the track, but he's got damage. So even though we sent him off inadvertently, he's got damage to the car and can't rejoin. All right, take a look out there on the track. You've got your first, second, and third place car. Just what order are they going to finish in? There they go. Alan Torres taking off down the back straightaway. Green, green, green on the restart. Nobody's had anything to challenge Alan Torres tonight once he started. He started third row outside, worked his way up to the front very quickly. And nobody had anything for him. 57, Jake Hall spun out there in turn 2, but got back into it. 74, Jesse Davis still cruising around. 2 laps to go this time by as we'll wrap up this first heat race. Getting ready to wrap up this heat race for the factory stocks. All the way around, Alan Torres with the win. Well, Alan Torres out of San Antonio. He's a great tow truck driver down there in the San Antonio area. Coming up tonight to do the race in 57. Able to finish all the laps along with 74J. Let's get the next group. Factory stocks scheduled to appear. 48, Mike Land starting on the pole. T14, Taylor Stewart outside row 1. Row 2 is going to be Don Cron in the 17. Row 2 outside, Steve Sims in the 58. Row 3 inside, 28, Rowdy Chenard. Row 3 outside, 47, Trailer Caulfield. And the last row, row 4 inside, B4, Billy Rajetsky the 4th. And next to him, 22, Kevin Izzy. I'm going with Izzy. I don't think I've said that name all year, and I'm just taking a guess. Green at the peak tire, picking up speed. There's the green flag, green light. We are off and running as they take off. Down the front straightaway, Mike Land leading him into turn 1 and 2. Going to have Taylor Stewart next to him. Watch out, here comes the 17 of Don Cron. Trying to become an early player. Factory stock heat race number 2 as they go into turn 3 and 4. Flagman keeps an eye on him. Looks like air. Oh, watch out, Billy Rajetsky. Man, that B4 just body slammed the 22 of Kevin Izzy. And side-to-side contact as the B4 just introduced himself rather rudely in turn 3. Holy cow. I'm sure he was loose or something. Mike Land doing a good job out there. Don Cron, familiar name here at I-30. Whoa, what did I say? I-37, Cotton Bowl Speedway. I saw Alan Torres out there. Cotton Bowl Speedway. H just punched me. Watch out with the spin up in turn 4. Still going. The spin got turned around. No yellow. Can stay out there. Kevin Izzy. Meanwhile, the 48 of Mike Land doing a great job at Cotton Bowl, leading this factory stock heat race number 2. Don Cron up into second. Steve Sims in the blue 58, moving up on the inside. Sims is going to have a challenger there as Sims gets shuffled back to third. Fourth, 28, Rowdy Chenard. Now becoming a player on the inside. Gets by Don Cron, looking for some extra power coming out of 4. Chenard putting that pedal all the way to the floor, holding that steering wheel all the way around as hard as he can. Don Cron staying right there with him as Chenard and Cron are side by side. Steve Sims got the perfect seat to watch that race between Chenard and Cron. '47 Trailer Caulfield spinning around the wrong way. Sitting. Up, yellow flag comes out. That's it for Trailer Caulfield. Trailer Caulfield done in the heat race. Yeah, it's a tough break for Trailer Caulfield out there in the 47. Makes a few appearances up here. He's from Live Oak, Texas, and he races trucks. He gets inside the race cars periodically, but tough way to make an appearance up here at Cotton Bowl tonight. 5 laps complete in this 8-lap heat race. I'm still thinking of these top 4 cars that are out there. It still could be anybody's race with 3 laps to go. Mike Land has had a pretty good handle on it right now, and got Rowdy Chenard, Don Cron, and Steve Sims lined up 2nd through 4th. Could be anybody's race. 5 complete, 3 to go. Steve Sims finished 3rd in the main event 2 weeks ago. Rowdy Chenard finished 4th in our main event at our last race. Mike Land, also out of Waco, Texas. Don Cron lining up in the 17 out of Leander. Steve Sims in the 58 from Austin. Rowdy Chenard in the 28 from Livingston, Texas. All right, 5 complete, 3 to go. Lights are out. Mike Land sets the pace. Coming out of 3 and 4. Off and running again. Green on the restart. Rowdy Chenard going to look for an opening, as is Cron and Sims. Sims has already moved up inside. Don Cron trying to push himself up to 3rd. Rowdy Chenard moving up on the inside of Mike Land. Chenard looking for that extra power. They're door to door, side by side. Down the front straightaway, Mike Land says, no. Not this time, big boy. I still want the lead. Going into turn 2, Land doing everything he can. Chenard trying to do everything he can to move up from 2nd to 1st. Steve Sims has Don Cron trapped on the outside. And now Sims looks to the inside. Oh, I thought we were going to have 3 wide there for a minute. It's the last lap. They're beating and banging on each other as Mike Land trying to bring home a checkered flag win. Rowdy Chenard in 2nd. Steve Sims looking to move up 1 additional spot. Don Cron goes to the outside. Who's it going to be? 28, Rowdy Chenard able to grab 2nd. Holy cow. Great job there by Rowdy Chenard. He maybe got, he had like an inch more of wrap on that car to beat Steve Sims, who finishes in 3rd, but Mike Land is the man there. He comes home with the heat race win. Wow, what a great finish as it lined up door to door all the way down, and Rowdy Chenard, a track champion in the past here at Cotton Bowl, he just inched it out by about 2 inches. All right, starting lineup scheduled. Factory stocks, 10D, Don Painter. Kevin Najek next to him in number 7. Jason Oltman inside row 2, 59. Number 43, Stacy Robinette. Row 3, Adam Hall in the 12. Tim Holmeyer, 8-star. Tim Fielder, 77, brings up the rear. Don Painter, Kevin Najek, leading him around. Lights are out. Pole sitter sets the pace at the pink tire. Here we go. Green flag, green light, off and running. Kevin Najek, man, that boy has had some body damage issues on that, and he comes back every 2 weeks. He's got that car back in racing shape. It's a good thing we don't race every week because he'd probably have to miss a week. Najek and Painter leads him around. First time by at the flag stand. Don Painter and Najek. Here comes Tim Holmeyer. Had one go into the wall up in turn 4. That's the 77 of Tim Fielder, but he's able to drive that off the track. Just like that, Najek already having issues as Tim Holmeyer able to make his way by. Don Painter holding that lead coming out of turn 4. Tim Holmeyer, main event winner a couple of weeks ago. He may be having issues now as he got out in front of Don Painter, and now he's backed all the way to a distant second as he's got several car lengths between him and Painter. Painter has a little wobble down the front straightaway. No contact with the wall. Just a little bit of a wobble there as they continue on, and Holmeyer trying to get back in the gas and reel him back in down the back straightaway. Holmeyer now with the lead, coming out of turn 2 down the back, able to have gotten by Don Painter. Probably figured out what the issue was, caught his breath and said, okay, let's go do it. And he did. He's got the lead. Probably going to finish up that way unless something happens to the car. Holmeyer, brilliant race car driver here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, track champion, points leader so far, main event winner last race here. Don Painter back in second. Adam Hall in the 12. Don Painter in the 10D out of Austin, Texas, and Holmeyer, your race leader right now, out of College Station. Adam Hall out there still running strong. He's out of Round Rock. Whoa, watch out, turn 4. Get out of the way. I think we're going to be okay. There's your winner, Tim Holmeyer, with the win. Tim Holmeyer with the win. Don Painter finishing up in second. Hey, well, we have a second here for those of you watching on Race on Texas or for those of you here in the grandstands. There's the email address. I want to get emails from as many people as possible. Where are you watching from and who's watching with you? Race location at yahoo.com. So if you're watching across the country or across the world, shoot me an email. Race location at yahoo.com. Where are you watching from? Who's watching with you? And heck, even if you're in the grandstands, you can do the same thing. Shoot me an email. Hey, we're in the grandstands. Tell me who you are and who's watching. If you're on the live stream, don't put it in there because I don't have access to it and I won't see it. Email only, race location, yahoo.com. Where are you watching from and who's watching with you? All right, Sport Compacts presented by Design Welding, 41S, Shay Nauman. Row 1 outside, Kayla Pouncey, 33K. Row 2, 12.5, John DeWitt. Outside row 2, the 03 of Julie Crabb. Row 3, inside, 53, Preston Hesselmeyer. Outside of row 3, the 13 of Dash Dashnall. Row 4, 42, Bo Bollinger. And 00, Cody Crabb. Lights are out. Here we go. Design Welding Sport Compact. Heat race number 1. It's the one and only for the Design Welding Sport Compacts as they take off. Browning Auto Parts iStocks are coming up next. Down the back straightaway they go. Not a surprise to see the all-red 00 of Cody Crabb jumping out to the early lead. Cody's been on fire since late last year. Couple of good wins last year, trying to catch back up to that pace from last year. Cody Crabb streaking down the front straightaway. 13 of Dashnall coming up into second. We got the 13 of Dashnall. Hails out of Brookshire, Texas. Your race leader in the 00, Cody Crabb from Taylor, Texas. Here they come one more time by the 03, also out there doing a great job. Julie Crabb, also from Taylor. Trying to tell the drivers to stay low out of turn 4, but it doesn't do any good when that car turns right into them. Yellow, yellow. 53, Preston Hesselmeyer, nearly causing havoc on the low side of turn 4. Yeah, so we got all the cars out here right now for the Design Welding Sport Compacts on deck. The iStocks, presented by Browning Auto Parts. That'll be followed by the IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. And then to wrap up the heat races tonight, the Magnum Trailer IMCA Mods. Points leader coming into tonight, Cody Crabb, 00. He's your race leader out there. He's got 112 points coming into tonight. Bo Bollinger in the 42, 3 points behind at 109. Third place in points is the 53 of Preston Hesselmeyer out of Gerald, Texas. He's also at 102 points. Fourth in points, the 03 of Julie Crabb from Taylor. She's at 101 points. And rounding out the top 5 in points at 12.5 of John DeWitt from Spring, Texas. He is at 100 points. All right, here we go. Green, green, green on the restart, trying to get that 53 of Hesselmeyer out of the way. Get off the track is all I heard in my left ear. There we go, off and running. Thank you for tuning in to Race on Texas, Cotton Bowl Speedway. It's a beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening. It was partly cloudy when we first got here. Clouds are starting to burn off. The rain that hit Bastrop earlier this morning stayed away from the racetrack, and we're at it strong and hard. June the 4th right here at Cotton Bowl. Love it, love it, love it. Cody Crabb, Taylor, Texas, leads him around. One and only heat race for the Sport Compacts. Laps are clicking away. Nobody's got anything for Cody Crabb out there in that all red, apple red 00. Looks like John DeWitt's trying to move up to be a player, moving up into second, coming out of turn 4. Shuffling the 13 of Dashnall back to third. White flag this time by, and the Browning Ice Stocks are on deck. Hey, that's going to wrap up this race. The Sport Compacts presented by Design Weldings. Cody Crabb with the win. Hey, for those of you here at the racetrack tonight, thank you for coming out. Be sure to head on downstairs under the grandstands. Check out everything that's available to you, whether it's food trucks, tables, souvenirs, the concession stand. There's all sorts to see, all sorts of things to see under the grandstands. Great food, great drinks to pick up while you're under those grandstands. All right, IMCA Stock Cars presented by Browning Auto Parts. On the pole, the 4K of Ken Plonsky, 94A Allison Morris. Row 2 inside, Terry Scherner in the 01. 27, Colby Allen, outside row 2. Chris Birmingham on the outside of row 3. Next to him, Mason Doherty inside row 3, 33M. Row 4 inside, Jason Batt. And 4 junior, Boone Evans, row 4 outside, and Thomas Hall in the 20T. Supposed to be by himself. Let's see. I think we're missing one car out there, but we're off and running. Here we go. Green flag, green light as Ken Plonsky leads the way. Down the back straightaway, couple of cars touching bumpers out there, trying to get the position as they can coming out of turn 4. Plonsky with the lead. Allison Morris moving up next to him in the 94A. Here comes the 9B of Jason Batt. Good looking car, great driver, always does a great job. Jason Batt moving up, trying to get up into that lead. Stuck in third right now. Still plenty of laps to go. Jason Batt, your points leader coming into tonight. He's out of Harker Heights. 152 points so far. Chris Birmingham in the C3. Out there trailing in last place right now. He's second in points at 138. Kind of odd. Your first place car in the race, or I should say your second place car in the race, is your points leader. The last place car in the race, second in points. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Ken Plonsky. Killing mosquitoes out there with the smoke coming out from under the 4K iStock. Ken Plonsky out of Killeen, Texas. Don't like the way that looked, and he may be done for the night. Just depends on how serious that is. All right, so we're going to have a bunch of oil. If you look out there on turn 2, you see where the cars come out to get on the racetrack. You see that official out there in the yellow shirt. They're telling us that they've got oil from the exit right there at turn 2 down along the wall. So they're going to try to run those cars through there and see if they can get it back in racing condition. But starts right up there by that official up in the yellow shirt, trying to tell him to go to the right side of that four-wheeler and follow along the wall. Go to the right side of the four-wheeler is what they're trying to tell him. H.E. Nauman up here trying to tell these guys, hey, the outside wall is it's the white part up there. Derek Ashby watching from Argentina tonight. Holy cow, Derek Ashby all the way from Argentina. Love it. Thank you, Derek, for tuning in. Big Mac Attack and Josh Chuckleberry Lee sitting in the grandstands tonight. Big Mac Attack and Chuckleberry in the grandstands. All right, let's get it back in gear. Here we go. Green, green, green on the restart. Down they go. Down the back straightaway, Allison Morris jumping into the lead in that 94A. Coming around one more time. Jumping out of turn 4. Jason Batt, you better hold on to it, young man. Yeah, he did. Looked like his nose started pointing into the infield. Thought he was going to spin out there in turn 2. Oh, watch out. Solo spin. Your race leader takes out your second place car. Oh, Allison Morris going to let the people in charge make that decision. '94A, Allison Morris got loose, but she was getting back in the gas and headed in the right direction. Looks like was that the Ford Junior of Boone Evans checked up to avoid, and then Jason Batt checked up to avoid that. All right, let's see who else sent me an email. Nathan Lavender watching from the house tonight. Yes, Nathan, we wish you were here as well. You need to have a quick recovery, young man, so we can get you back out here in a couple of weeks. All right, we're trying to get some stuff picked up and cleaned up out there in turn 4. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got a little bit of a mess up there in turn 4. We're going to have to pick up that car on the tow hook and get them out of the way. And all of that, you know, really it was one of those things where Allison Morris, she did get loose, but she collected herself and was going to keep on racing. And that car right there just kind of checked up to avoid running into her. Oh, look who's watching from an international location. He's the traveling man, Monty Chamberlain. Yeah, okay, watching from Budapest, Hungary. 2:42 in the morning. Monty Chamberlain watching from Hungary. Monty, I love it when you go over there and all those pictures that you put on Facebook. It's always interesting to see your trips that you take over in those faraway countries. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Monty. 2:45 in the morning, and you're checking us out. Appreciate you. Now, get your silly self back here to the racetrack. Okay, Allison Morris, Jason Batt running up there in front. 27, Kobe Allen going to be a player up there in the 27. I would be reading more of these folks, but the internet is not cooperating up here. So we'll get them thrown out as they come up. 50-50 tickets for sale. Be sure to get those. We want to send you home with some extra gas money tonight. Lights are out. Here we go. Green, green, green on the restart. Allison Morris running a good show right now in this heat race. Here comes Jason Batt moving up into second with the 27 of Kobe Allen in third. Chris Birmingham moving up. He wants to move up an extra spot to get a better starting position in the main event. Look at Chris Birmingham go in that C3. Watch out. Contact up there in turn 4. Everybody's still heading in the right direction. All right, 27 having some issues up there. Colby Allen. Colby Allen getting turned around a couple of times, still racing forward. Flagman shows the white flag, 1 lap to go. Jason Batt able to have gotten by Allison Morris. And there is your checker flag winner, Jason Batt with the win. Allison Morris in second. Chris Birmingham works his way up to third. All right, next heat race. Heat race number 2 for the IMCA stock cars presented by Browning Auto Parts. As we go row 1, the inside 14T Joey Scherner. Outside row 1, Tracy Scherner. Row 2 inside 69B Jeffrey Borho. Row 2 outside Austin Smith in the 33. Row 3 looking inside number 9 David Leger Jr. Outside 121 Dustin Mooney. Row 4 inside Marcus Harcrow in the 29. Thomas Hall Jr. outside row 4 in the 114. All right, we may count these parade laps as actual race laps. It's taking too long to get going. HE's up here rolling his eyes saying, come on, let's go. 14T Joey Scherner on the pole, leading him around. Here we go, kicking it into gear one more time. Green flag, green light at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Heat race number 2 of the iStocks. And nobody making any move right now. The 313 of Austin Smith thought about it halfway down the back straightaway. Backed off of it, now looking again, coming out of turn 4. Joey Scherner, Tracy Scherner, 14T and 01T. Moving up front, here comes a 21. 121 of Dustin Mooney swooping around the outside. Pushing the 313 of Austin Smith back a spot. Here comes Marcus Hartcrow finally making a move in the green and black. Joey Scherner still holding a good spot there in the 14T. Tracy's got moved back to third. Joey checking up down the back straightaway along the outside wall. Everybody but one car goes past him. We got a new race leader coming by the flag stand. 121, Dustin Mooney. 9 car, David Leger Jr. sneaks his way up into second. Here comes the ever dangerous, powerful driver, number 29, Marcus Hartcrow, moving up into the spot. 14T, Joey Scherner. Getting back in the gas, solo spin by 14T. Solo, keep it going, Joey. Come on now, come on. Not that way, the other way. Come on, Joey. Trying to avoid that yellow flag and yellow light. Joey doing a good job pushing that steering wheel in every direction. Now here comes Leger on the outside of Dustin Mooney. Leger taking a quick pick on the inside now. Left front tire goes up in the air as he went into the turn. Marcus Hartcrow not able to reel in your leaders right now. That David Leger Jr. car, that left front tire gets up in the air and then it slams back down to the ground. Nearly cost him up in turn 4. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Watch out now. Yellow flag, yellow light. Hey, hello to Brenda Edwards. Hello, Brenda. Watching from the beautiful, booming town of Coppers Cove, Texas. Hello, Brenda. Glad you're able to join us tonight from Coppers Cove. And also watching all the way from the grandstands, Full Moon Motorsports. Thank you for tuning in to the races tonight. Full Moon Motorsports out there in the grandstands. And they say they love Cotton Bowl Speedway. Thank you for chiming in on the email. All right, let's try it one more time. Green, green, green on the restart as we kick it back into gear. Heat race number 2, iStocks. Dustin Mooney's going to have his hands full now with the three-tire driving David Leger Jr. But Marcus Hartcrow says, excuse me, boys. I'm going to move on up here to the front. Watch out for the 114 of Thomas Hall Jr. He's coming up into the mix as well. Man, this is going to be a good finish. Leger along the outside wall down the front straightaway. Hartcrow trying to sneak a peek on the inside. Mooney doing everything he can to hold on to that lead here in this second heat race for the iStocks. Doing a great job right now. Checker flag comes out. Dustin Mooney with the win. Leger and Hartcrow doing a great job, finishing up in second and third. All right, heat race number 1 of the IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Take a look who's scheduled for this race. 115 Andrew Supak on the pole. 91 Jack Lewis next to him. Row 2 inside, 10D Don Painter. Next to him, 21T Taylor Florio. Row 3 inside, the 32 of Robert Stewart. Outside, the H14 of Heath Stewart. Row 4 inside, 58 Sid Kippen. And outside row 4, the 231 of Joe Maple. Outside, or I should say inside, or all by himself on row 5, Kevin Tyndall, 86. Lights are out. Not exactly lined up in the back, but we're off and running because the front guys look good. (21T) Taylor Florio blasting to the lead down the back straightaway, now the front straightaway. H14 Heath Stewart moving up into second, Robert Stewart in third. Robert Stewart sneaking up on Heath on the inside. Robert throws the tail of that 32 right in the side of Heath. No contact, but he let him know he's there, and Heath Stewart looks like he's going to have enough power. Oh, Robert got it. Robert moves up into second, pushes Heath further back in third. Heath probably wondering where Robert got all that power from. Florio doing a great job down the back straightaway. Oh, watch out. We got a slow one along the outside wall down the back straightaway. Race director talking to him, saying everybody stay low, low as he stays high. He's going to have a long way. (10D) Don Painter bringing out the yellow flag, slowly limping his way, and now comes to a stop in turn 4. Southern Sport Modifies, the point race early in the year looking pretty good. Your points leader, 9M William McGuire. He's got 147 points. Second in points, he's out here in this race right now, Heath Stewart in the H14. He's at 143 points, so he's only 4 points behind McGuire. Robert Stewart driving out there in the 32 right now. He's at 142 points. So 5 points out of first, 1 point out of second. Fourth in points, the 777 of James Hanish with 141 points. Rounding out the top 5, the 8 of Doug Ripple at 113. So first, second, third, and fourth. Fourth and first are only separated by 6 points. Johnny Torres took the main event win at our last race 2 weeks ago. Joel Garcia finished up in second, and Robert Stewart, who you see out here right now in the 32, finished in third. Heath Stewart out there in the H14, he finished in fifth. Yeah, we may have some transmission parts out there either on the back straightaway or into turn 3. You see the four-wheeler out there and the cart right under the Baja starters sign, and they're trying to find any parts that may cause a flat tire or go up into the engine. Well, Don Painter's night looks like it's probably done. That's a tough break. Hate to see that happen. Hey, we're going to be back at it again June the 18th right here at Cotton Bowl. All the Cotton Bowl classes that are here tonight, plus the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas will come back and join us on June the 18th in 2 weeks. So mark that on your calendar. Make plans to be here. If you can't be here live, subscribe to Race on Texas. Get the all access and make Cotton Bowl your home track. Three down, 5 to go in this heat race number 1 for the Southern Sport Mods. Two heat races for the Sport Mods tonight. Once the Sport Mods are complete, then we'll bring out the Magnum trailers, IMCA Modifieds. Green, green, green on the restart. Roaring out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway they go. Look at Robert Stewart. Whoa, watch out, turn 4. Heath Stewart getting into an issue up there in turn 4. Heath Stewart in the H14. Robert Stewart doing a great job right now in that 32, that multicolored 32 Robert Stewart car. On fire right now in this heat race. When Robert's got that car dialed in, he's a tough guy out there on the track. Runs strong out there as a white flag comes out one more time around. 231, Joe Maple running out there in second. 21T, Taylor Florio, who had the lead early in the race, backed off now in third. As the checker flag comes up, that is Robert Stewart with the win. Joe Maple second, Taylor Florio third. One more heat race for the Southern Sport Mods, and then the Magnum Trailer IMCA Modifieds will be coming out. All right, coming out of turn 2, there they come, heat race number 2. All right, let's take a look at it. Looks like everybody's out there that should be. Front row, Chance Towery in the 711. He's on the pole. Doug Ripple in the 8 next to him. Row 2, 17E, Eric Sigelski. Row 2 outside, 777, James Hanish. 23, Joel Garcia inside row 3. Next to him, 9M, William McGuire. And row 4 inside, 43G, Gene Burnett, and the Ford Junior of Boone Evans. Here we go. It's a race night at Cotton Bowl Speedway as we take off. Heat race number 2, IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Let's see how it's going to shake up. Watch out. May have a little bumping and grinding out there. Oh, watch out. Turn 4. That's where the activity is. Can everybody get back going? 43G, Gene Burnett makes it through. Got one sitting down there in the corner. All right. A little beating and banging on each other at the back of the pack. We're going to do a complete restart. Lights are out. Here we go. Green flag, green light, off and running one more time. Flagman shows it to him. As the 8 car starting on the outside of row 1, Doug Ripple tries to jump out to that early lead. Didn't look like he's got power. Everybody in back having to check up. Your front runners slowed down in turn 2, and your back runners were moving quick. Nearly took everybody out. And Doug Ripple was the victim of a tag there by the 4 car for JR Boone Evans. Uh-oh. Got the 9 car bouncing off the wall out there as the slowly coming around turn 4, going to stay high. Everybody's got to stay low. Now he goes to the infield. Good job, good job. 9M William McGuire. Problem is, he's the points leader, so it better not be anything serious that he can't fix up before they come back out for the main event. He has a 4-point lead coming into tonight's race. So hopefully it's nothing serious and he can get back out here and have a good showing in the main event. Doug Ripple got bounced early. He was up on the front row outside, had the lead for a second. Right now, James Hanisch looks like he's got the lead down the back straightaway in the 777. Ford Junior, for JR Boone Evans, running a strong second in this heat race number 2 for the IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Evans trying to slingshot around Hanisch coming out of turn 2. He tried to go to the outside. Now he's shooting to the inside. Look at the power of that car. But he's going to pay the price for it. He went way high up on turn 4. Man, he looked good on the low side of turn 3. He looked absolutely horrible going up into turn 4. Oh, man. Man, that looked good going down the back straightaway. Thought he had a chance. He looked like Top Gun Maverick there, but it paid the price up on turn 4 and lost it. All right. Now it's heat race number 1 for the IMCA Modifieds, presented by Magnum Trailers. Scheduled 141, Robert Sanderson. Rob Sanderson on the pole. Next to him, 120, Matt DeWitt. Cody Tidwell in the 17, row 2 inside. 260, Cody Duke. And the 5th car that's supposed to be there, Dylan Tyndall. Supposed to be 5 out there, and there's only 4. Rob Sanderson was up in New York a couple of weeks ago. He sent me an email, said he would be back, and there he is. All right, heat race number 1, Rob Sanderson. Lights are out. Looks like we're going to be missing that car. So we're going to go with the 4 instead of the 5. Off and running. Here we go. Green flag, green light. They are racing cars around the track. There they go. Taking off down the front straightaway, down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. There we go. Coming out of turn 4, here comes your race leader. First time by. 17, Cody Tidwell. Nice and easy all the way around as the cars start to spread themselves out. Got the 5 cars out here, single file down the back into the turns. Pretty easy drive, nobody really competing to move up an extra spot. 17, Cody Tidwell finds himself up front. Here comes Rob Sanderson. Looking for some power in that 141 after a vacation up in New York. He was there a couple of weeks ago. He said he'd be back here tonight, and there he is. Trying to muscle his way up. Tidwell with the lead. Dylan Tyndall behind him in the 86. Other 3 cars are way, way back in a non-factor right now. Well, really not much going on in this one as Cody Tidwell has done a great job jumping out front. Tidwell out of Round Rock, Texas, and he's got Dylan Tyndall in the 86 behind him out of LaGrange. They've been running 1-2 for about the last 3 or 4 laps. The other 3 cars battling it out for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Here comes Sanderson on the inside, down the back straightaway. Gets tangled up and loose a little bit. Backs off. There's your checkered flag win. Cody Tidwell with the win. Dylan Tyndall in 2nd. Cody Duke finishes in 3rd. One more heat race to go for the modifieds presented by Magnum Trailers. And I believe we've got power wheels tonight. If you have brought a power wheel tonight, report to your power wheel at this time. That way we can get you out on the track fairly quickly. Report to your power wheels at this time. Heat race number 2 starting on the pole. 48R Raymond McSpadden going to have Ryan Childress in the 81C next to him. Row 2, Chris Morris in the 94. Row 2 outside, 15, Denny Geiber, and 77, Garrett Gregory. Lights are out. Setting the pace for the modifieds. Heat race number 2. McSpadden and Childress on the front row, revving up those engines. Here they come, roaring at you one more time. Green flag, green light. Here they come. First time out of turn 4. It's going to be, looks like Raymond McSpadden with the lead. Chris Morris coming up along Ryan Childress in the 81C. Whoa, got one way up along the outside wall. No contact, just got way up there. The dirt up between turn 1 and 2 is not used to seeing cars up there. McSpadden down the front, chased by Chris Morris. Ryan Childress moving up. Here comes Garrett Gregory. Also coming into the mix, Gregory gets by Childress. Childress says, hey, where are you going? Childress gets back to the inside, trying to grab that third position back as they shuffle forward in turn 4. Childress gets back into the gas, grabs third, but he better hold on. He's about to be passed coming out of turn 4. Door to door, wheel to wheel. Childress holds on to it, holds off Garrett Gregory in the 77 for the pass. Now Gregory goes to the inside, gets by Childress. Childress swoops over to the inside. He tries to get that spot back, but he can't. And Gregory holds that low line in turn 4. Childress has nowhere to go. Meanwhile, your front runners, McSpadden and Morris. Chris Morris now starting to move a little higher to the top side. Morris looking along the outside wall. McSpadden shuts the door a little bit. Morris going to cross him over on turn 4. Can he get the pass? There he goes. That could be it, boys and girls. If he gets the pass, he's a tough hombre to catch. Chris Morris, inside pass. He's got the lead. I think we were all just waiting to see what lap that was going to happen on. Maybe took a little longer than we thought it would, but it's okay. Doesn't matter who leads early. It's who leads late. And right now it's Chris Morris, as Raymond McSpadden did everything he could to hold him off. McSpadden, your pole sitter out of Buda. Nothing he could do as Chris Morris, ever the artful Dodger out of Taylor, Texas, he's got the win. Nice run. Well, we've reached intermission right now, and we should have some of the boys and girls that love to come out here on a Saturday night get those power wheels out here on the front straightaway and have a good time. Once we get those power wheels done, we'll see the smiles and the laughter of the boys and girls out there. We'll kick it back into gear with main event racing. Also, I'm pretty sure we'll have our 50-50 drawing here coming up in a bit and maybe get you enough money for a gallon or two of gas. Maybe.
Hey everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
You look at NASCAR and you look at how they started. They used to put 60 or 70 cars on track down there in Daytona on the beach. They do 200 here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. It's incredible.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Moments meant to be remembered are the perfect time for that perfect gift. And Craig's Jewelry in Bastrop is the destination for commemorating the most special times in our lives. From watches, rings, pendants, and charms, to bracelets, earrings, and personalized gifts. As always, we offer fast in-house engraving to add that personal touch to any special gift. Mark your most precious moments with Craig's Jewelry in Bastrop and let us help you and your family celebrate those special times.
Like a lot of cars have tonight. 5 cars together going into turn 3 and 4. Nobody's giving up ground. Robert Stewart caught in the middle of that pack. Got to be careful as he gets up behind Doug Ripple. Look at that pack of cars going into 1 and 2. Doug Ripple and Todd Roberts McAvoy leads them to the flag stand. Here we go, picking up speed. IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Down into turn 1. Pole sitter Doug Ripple gets out front early. Todd Roberts McAvoy sitting next to him on row 1, lines up behind him in second as they come by first time. Watch out. Ripple goes to the inside. McAvoy goes to the outside. Here comes the 23 of Joel Garcia. Garcia shoots to the inside of Doug Ripple. Ripple shuts the door on him coming out of turn 2. Garcia could not make his way by down the front straightaway. Garcia fishing around turn 3 and 4. Sniffing in the inside. Can't do it. Falls back to 4th. Todd Roberts McAvoy now jumps out front as he's able to get by Doug Ripple. Here comes the high five of Joseph Ponton Jr. Ponton goes by into second, goes by Doug Ripple. Garcia coming up on the backside of Ripple. Wants to move from 4th to 3rd. He looks to the outside. Gentle nudge on the back of Ripple's car. Now he shoots, crosses over to the inside. Ripple gets loose. Garcia goes inside. He's going to tuck it low on turn 1 and 2. Ripple shuts the door on. Oh, Todd Roberts McAvoy. Oh, no. Your race leader, Todd Roberts McAvoy, issues on turn 2. He's all the way back to the middle of the pack. Oh, no. That opens up for the high five. Joseph Ponton. Just like a lot of cars have tonight. 5 cars together going into turn 3 and 4. Nobody's giving up ground. Robert Stewart caught in the middle of that pack. Got to be careful as he gets up behind Doug Ripple. Look at that pack of cars going into 1 and 2. Torres doing a great job. Slides up into 3rd, coming out of turn 3. Now trying to go by Garcia. Into 2nd, coming out of turn 4. Oh, a great move by Johnny Torres coming out of turn 4 as he went right by Joe Garcia. Still got a group of 5 cars back there battling 3rd through 5th. Torres started the 5th row inside, started position number 9, and finally worked his way up into the mix in the top 3. Now in 2nd, but he is not going to be able to reel. Oh, your race leader off the track. Holy cow. That's twice now that our race leaders have given it up and pulled into the infield. And the former race director at I-37 Speedway gives that up, wants to do more racing. He comes up here. He gets the win. Johnny Torres. Joel Garcia 2nd. Robert Stewart in 3rd. Not sure he had anything to catch Joseph Ponton. If Ponton would have just stayed up to power and stayed out front like he had the entire race, I don't think Torres would have caught it.
Random draw
Got one behind you.
from finishing place 5th through the end, which I believe is 15. As they cross the line. No tack, just how they cross the line. So we're going to ask Siri, are you ready? All right, we're going to ask Siri what place is getting us money, and then we're going to hand it to him on the front straightaway after the race. So
we have 15 cars. So we're going to say, hey, Siri, pick a random number between 5 and 15.
A random number between 5 and 15.
It thought I said 50.
try it again.
We're going to try this again. Hey, Siri, pick a random number between 5 and 15. Hey, Siri.
This is working out well.
Whose idea was it? Hey, Siri.
12.
Pick a random number between 5
12.
and 15.
Siri says 12.
I found this on the web.
All right, we're going to do it different. Just
12.
Pick a number between 5 and 15.
11.
11.
See how hard that was? Technology
11.
does not always win.
All right, real quick, grab
11.
your 50-50 tickets before we send the cars around. If you've got the last 4 numbers that I call out, please come down here. You've picked up a gallon's worth of gas, $100. All right, 4386. 4386 should get you a gallon of gas. 4386, $100. Come right here. We'll get you hooked up. $100 in your pocket. Bill, Happy birthday. Where's Bill? Happy birthday, Bill, wherever you are. If your name's Bill, happy birthday. How about that entertainment? I had to keep slowing down. That was a good time out there on the front straightaway as he beat me in his power wheel and I was running on my feet. That's good, though. Good times, all for entertainment purposes. All right, Street Stocks, presented by Advanced Auto Parts. Front row, Chris Birmingham in the C3, 64L Shane Lander. Row 2 inside, 56, Drake Pruitt. Row 2, Robert Danielson in the 87. Row 3, Chase Ellison in the 39 on the inside. Tommy Gurrell outside row 3. Row 4, 48, Dwayne Toyin. Next to him, 52, A.J. Dancer. Row 5 inside, 3D, Darrell Rhodes. 76, Cody Daniel. Row 6, Aaron Pabin, Daniel Gaudette, Darrell Cox, Matthew Hodge, and Jim Swanson. Rounded out. Here we go. 15-lap main event. Green flag, green light off and running. Down into turn 1 and 2. They go quickly. Throwing dust up on the Cotton Bowl Speedway racetrack. Getting a little dusty out there as we didn't get much precipitation. And H put a whole bunch of water out there on the track today, but it's still drying up. That's okay. Got to adjust to the racing surface. Robert Danielson jumps out to the lead in the 87. Yellow, yellow as the Street Stocks power them down. (2D) Darrell Cox getting a call for a flat tire as Robert Danielson finished in second place at our last race event 2 weeks ago. Finds himself up front right now. Got a lap complete under our belt. First to 15. Darrell Rhodes in the 3D was your main event winner 2 weeks ago. Robert Danielson second. Gerald Johnson, who's not here tonight, finished third. Garrick Franks, who I don't see out there either, he finished fourth. Chase Ellison finished fifth. Ellison out there in the 39 car. Lights are out. Robert Danielson leading him around in the all-white 87 Advanced Auto Parts Street Stock. Picking it back into gear. Here we go. Green flag, green light one more time. Off and running, a lot of power in these Street Stocks as they try to measure each other out. Going 2 and 3 wide through turn 2. Down the back straightaway they go. Chris Birmingham in the C3, the black over yellow C3 of Birmingham. Trying to become a player one more time in this main event. Darrell Rhodes, your main event winner a couple of weeks ago, finds himself stuck back in 6th place. It's going to be a tough drive tonight. He's got a A lot of very good drivers in front of him. Rhodes has nowhere to go. He's your points leader, defending champion from 2 weeks ago, but he got nowhere to go. 76S, Cody Daniel. Now moves up into third in that bright yellow 76. He goes high up on turn 3 and 4. AJ Dancer holds it low on that familiar orange 52. Dancer likes to go low, Daniel going high. Both of them on each side of the 9 of Tommy Gurrell. Here comes the 48 of Dwayne Toyin now, trying to move up into the top 5, trying to get by Chris Birmingham in the black and yellow C3 as Birmingham continues to drop back in this race. Danielson a commanding lead right now, really looking strong out there in that 87 street stock. About a 5, 6, 7 car length lead as they go into turn 3. Tommy Gurrell settles into second. Here comes AJ Dancer. Dancer on the inside, getting up on those 3 wheels. Tries to get that inside drive, nowhere to go. Gurrell holds on to second, down the back straightaway. Dancer lines back up behind him in second. Cody Daniel in fourth in the 73. Oh, watch out. 704, get out of the way. Aaron Pabin. Oh, that could have been bad, but Pabin back on the track. 05, Daniel Gaudette slowing down the front straightaway. Exits the track. Gaudette done for the night. Here comes AJ Dancer one more time. Coming out of turn 2, he gets that orange 52 nose right up under Tommy Gurrell. He tries it in 3. He sticks it in on 4. Nothing doing though. Gurrell's got an excellent car tonight. The blue over white, Tommy Gurrell, number 9, able to hold on to second. AJ Dancer, just not enough right now in this main event. Still several laps to go. Dancer will set him up. Dwayne Toyin right now. Toyin in the 48. Trying to set up a pass on Cody Daniel. Daniel coming down from Waco. Good to see him here tonight. Toyin has to back off. Daniel stays mid-range in turn 1 and 2. Stays right there in the middle. Gurrell still holding off AJ Dancer. Gurrell second, Dancer third. Robert Danielson, he gets out front. He says, you guys play back there. I'm going to go win this race. AJ Dancer has tried a couple of times. Now he's backing off the pace a little bit. Trying to set himself up for a move to the inside. Most of the time when I watch AJ, he loves to go to the inside. He's going high. Now he tried to cross over on 2, but there was nowhere to go. Dancer sniffs around the outside. Tommy Gurrell, a veteran savvy driver. Gurrell gets too high on turn 3. That lets AJ Dancer get that nose under there. Oh, look at the power of Gurrell's car. Dancer got in front of him for a split second. They got on the front straightaway, and that's where all the power from Gurrell's car came. He is awesome down the front. One lap to go this time by. Danielson on cruise control. Tommy Gurrell doing everything he can to hold up. AJ Dancer taps him in the back. Now Dancer crosses over in turn 2. Dancer shoots to the inside after that little love tap on Tommy Gurrell. Moves himself up to second. Pushes Gurrell back to third. That's how they're going to finish. Danielson, Dancer, Gurrell, Daniel, Toyin. My, AJ Dancer. Dancer with a little bit of a love tap out there in turn 2 and maybe got him just enough to slow down, and he rocketed past him down the front straightaway, and that's all she wrote. Darrell Rhodes, your track leader in points and defending winner from 2 weeks ago, not having a real good run tonight. But the 9 of Tommy Gurrell was just having an awesome run tonight, doing everything he could to hold off the hard charge of A.J. Dancer. Dancer was trying a couple of crossover moves, tried to go to the inside most of the time. Then coming out of turn 2, there was just very little contact, the front of Dancer's car to the back of Gurrell's car. Might have slowed him down or loosened him just a little bit. Dancer put the pedal to the metal and blasted past him and finishes up in second. Huh. Good run. But the man of the hour, he finished second last Saturday night. He gets the main event tonight. Robert Danielson trying to negotiate the winner's circle there. Kind of have missed him there for a while, but I'm sure he's made Bianca a happy camper back there in the pit area as Robert Danielson finds his way to the winner's circle. And we're going to turn it over to my man, Joe Spillman, for our trackside interview. And, Joe, I bet you Robert may give you a hug down there.
He might, but before we get to Robert, Shane Lander in the 64L picks up the $100, the extra $100, thanks to WD Electric Service. So we always appreciate those outside sponsors stepping up and helping out a racer. That used to get you a gallon or two of gas, but now it gets you like a pint, buddy. So we appreciate you being here tonight. Anybody you want to thank that helped you get here?
I want to thank WD for another 100. I want to thank 5-Star sponsor. It's been a tough year for us. We're still fighting through some things, but I want to thank my uncle and my wife for putting up with all my crap. But thanks again for letting us come out. It's a good track. Good day.
Awesome. That's Shane. Is it Lander? Shane Lander, the 64L, the winner of the WD Electric. We'll get you a push. But your feature winner, is he getting out of the car? What's he doing over there? Huh?
He's fine. You're fine. All right. There's some water for you.
Uh-oh.
He's out of the race car, ladies and
sighting.
gentlemen, the 87, Robert Danielson. Nice, buddy.
Robert Danielson, you're in the winner's circle.
So here we are at Craig's Victory Lane. Robert, it's been a long time since I've seen you down here, buddy. It's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be back to Cotton Bowl Speedway. I've been waiting 8 years to come back, and I love it. Just a lot of speed here, and I get to use all my horsepower that Greg Speen built for me. And I also want to thank Chris Swinson. Without both of them, I wouldn't be competitive at all. So kudos to them, and also Cotton Bowl. It's badass coming here. I love it.
How about your wife?
Oh, yeah. Most and foremost, I want to thank my wife, Bianca. I love you, and thank you for putting up with all this. Couldn't do it without you either.
There you go, Robert. Thanks for being here tonight. Go to Craig's Victory Lane. Get your pictures with Rachel Plant, the picture taker, the pick chick. Next
Great
up,
job, Robert.
Factory
Great
Stocks.
race
Back to you, Milton.
won by the 87 Street Stock. Bianca, what's going on? Bianca, to your left. To your left. She's a happy camper. All right, Robert Danielson with the win. Second place last time and first place this week. All right, next up, your street stocks. Factory stocks out there on the back straightaway. Once Robert gets out of the way, we'll start rolling them around. All right, let's roll them around the track. 57, Jake Hall will start him on the pole. 48, Mike Land next to him. Second row inside, Don Painter in the 10D. Kevin Najek in the 7. Row 3, Jeff Blackwood and Don Cron, 88 and 17. Row 4, Jesse Davis and Steve Sims, 74J and 58. Row 5, Adam Hall and Rowdy Chenard, 12 and 28. Row 6, Tim Holmeyer and Alan Torres, 8-star and 94. Row 7, Eric Robbins and Taylor Stewart, 726 and T14. Row 8, Rusty Head and Stacy Robinette, 43 and 55R. Row 9, Kevin Izzy and Jason Altman, 22 and 59. Row 10, 29K, Dylan Kowalik and B4, Billy Rajeski. Row 11, 47, Trailer Caulfield, 77, Tim Fielder. And the last car back there, 42-2, Jeff Bollinger. All right, lights are out. Here we go. Jake Hall and Mike Land leading them out of turn 3 and 4. To the pink tire they go. Green flag, green light. We are running. It's a factory stock main event at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Hold on to your shorts. Grab your hat. It could go flying away as they go zooming by you. 3 wide in turn 3. And now they start to separate in turn 4. Man, that looked good. Don Painter grabs the initial lead down the front straightaway out of turn 4. He inched out just a little bit. Down the back straightaway he goes. Painter sets the pace of this long line of Cotton Bowl Speedway factory stocks. '48 Mike Land in second, trailing by about 4 car lengths. '88J Jeff Blackwood running up there third. Watch out, bottom of 4, bottom of 4. Everybody going to stay high. Get that car out of the way, staying green as we keep racing these factory stocks. That was the 57 of your pole sitter, Jake Hall, that spun out. No yellow came out as we look good all the way around. Another issue by the 57 up in turn 2, trying to keep it going straight and at a good speed. You don't keep up the speed, you get that crazy drive, and we're going to escort you off into the infield. Whoa, watch out, 3 together. Red, red, red. We're going to go red light conditions. That looks like the 7 of Kevin Najek. Kevin Najek, it looks like, goes up on top of a car and rolls over. Looked like they were going to make it through easily. Fire and safety crew getting in there immediately. Looked like they were going to make it through there for a minute, and then they all came jumbled up right there in that spot. Hey, everybody, give him a round of applause. Look at him crawl out of that car. Should be the 7 of Kevin Najek. Man, I hate to see that happen. He is always working on that car. Always gets it back out here after a 2-week layoff. And now to go upside down on his hood. Everything was kind of working its way out down the front straightaway. They all kind of came together, separated for a second, and then they became a mosh pit down there where you see the accident happen. Oy, you hate to see that. All right, everybody is okay in that melee down there. All the drivers report okay to the safety crews. All right, biggest one surely this year. It's going to take us a few moments to get that cleared up. 43, Stacy Robinette trying to back out of there carefully. 43, Robinette backing himself out, but that's the 7 of Kevin Najek getting caught up in that. And like I said, last year, this year, always had some issues with the body, always got it fixed during the 2-week layoff. But this could be a lot more serious and may take more than 2 weeks. We'll keep our fingers crossed for him and get him back out of here on June 18th. All right, as they continue to work on that, we want to run down the next couple of races. Next race is in 2 weeks, June the 18th. All the classes you see here tonight will be in action, and then the dwarf cars will be back that night as well, June the 18th. Our next race after that, July 2nd, 2 weeks later, we're going to have the modifieds, sport modifieds, sport compacts, dwarf cars, and the Texas Dirt Truck Series. That weekend of July 2nd, the factory stocks, street stocks, and ice stocks will be off. So that show will be handled on July 2nd by mods, sport mods, compacts, trucks, and dwarfs. July 16th will be the race after that. The Summer Showdown Series begins. Night 1, all of our regular classes plus the dwarf cars. So that's how it looks for the next month or so, June the 18th, July 2nd, July 16th. Okay, looks like it's clean enough out there now that we're going to go yellow and get these cars moving back in the correct direction. Factory stocks coming into tonight look like this as far as points. Tim Homeyer came in with 155 points on the season. Your points leader, 28, Rowdy Chenard at 140, 15 points back in second. Third in points, the number 12 of Adam Hall. He had 138 points coming into tonight, 17 out of first, 2 out of second. Dylan Kowalik in the 29K, fourth in points coming into tonight, 133 points on the season, 22 out of first place, only 5 out of fourth place. And rounding out the top 5, Steve Sims in the 58 came in at 131 points, 24 points out of first, 2 points out of fourth, and 7 points out of third. Now the scoring tower is trying to get everything worked out and figure out where everybody goes. Race director H.E. Nauman up here talking to the drivers, telling them where they need to be, where we need to go. All right, looks like everything is going to be okie dokie finoki right now as they get everybody lined up. All right, lights are out. Ready to rock and roll. Let's get back to it. Main event time. Cotton Bowl Speedway factory stocks. After that big melee, we're back at it. Green, green, green on the restart. Here they come roaring at you. Don Painter with the lead. Going to drag Mike Land with him in the 48. Land trying to stay there with Painter. Painter goes down the back straightaway, about a 2-car length lead as they go into 3 and 4. Here comes the 58 of Steve Sims, now trying to become a player. He's on the inside, coming up on the inside of turn 4. Sims gets tagged a little bit by Adam Hall. Got to be careful. We don't want a repeat of what just happened. But Adam Hall is all over the backside of Steve Sims. We got to watch that other car try to shoot between Sims. Nearly caused another accident. Come on now, guys. Take it easy. Tim Holmeyer Tim Holmeyer still stuck in the middle there. Cannot advance. Cannot advance. Alan Torres in the 94 trying to make a move in the pack. He moves up to 4th, up in turn 3. Goes to the outside, trying to catch up with Steve Sims now. Move up an additional spot. Dylan Kowalik out of the race. Alan Torres trying to become up into the top 3 or 4. Torres now going to cross over to the low side, coming out of turn 2. Torres gets stuck behind Steve Sims, cannot advance. Tim Holmeyer slamming into the back of the 94 of Alan Torres, letting him know he's there. Torres has done that to a couple of other drivers. They're beating and banging on each other. Get out of my way. If you're not fast enough, move. Now Torres stuck behind Steve Sims, coming out of 3 and 4. Whoa, driving up on top of another car in turn 2. This time he landed on all 4 wheels. Don Painter in the 10D. Here comes Steve Sims making an inside move, trying to grab the lead. Here comes Alan Torres on the outside. Torres and Sims rushing down the front straightaway. Look at Alan Torres go. Torres in that factory stock 94. He's jumping out to the front. There goes Alan Torres with the lead. Alan Torres did a masterful job of working his way through traffic. Tagged a couple of people, but nothing serious. Letting him know he was there and get out of my way. He was able to shove Steve Sims out of the way, and Tim Holmeyer settles into 3rd. I think it should be 2 laps to go this time by, as 2 flags will come up in the flag stand. Alan Torres, what a great job by that young man. A professional tow truck driver, does a great job in San Antonio. Turn 3, top wall. Turn 3, top of the wall. Well, we had a pretty good run there for a long while since that last accident. Alan Torres has done a masterful job of working his way through traffic to get up to the lead. Got by Steve Sims. Sims sitting up there in 2nd now. Tim Holmeyer, Adam Hall, Mike Land. Yeah, just like I thought, green, white, checkered when we get back from this. Tow truck pulls the 10D from the outside wall halfway between turn 3 and 4. Alan Torres, Steve Sims, Tim Holmeyer, Adam Hall, and Mike Land are your front 5 cars. And believe me when I say this, even though there's only 2 laps left, they might not necessarily finish in that position. Rowdy Chenard could be a player in this in the 28. It's going to be a great finish with 2 laps, green, white, checkered. Well, they're pulling away from the car. They have to come in at a different angle, maybe. Oh, here comes the tow truck. Now the four-wheeler is pushing Mike Land out of the way. We don't need no stinking tow truck. There goes the four-wheeler, pushes him into the infield, get him out of the way so we can get back with a green-white checkered finish. Well, it's been an exciting night of racing so far, and Sport Compacts are coming up next, followed by iStock Sport Mods and Mods. Lights out on the back straightaway. Green-white checkered on the restart. Can Alan Torres, who's had a very powerful factory stock in this main event, hold off the hard charge of your defending track champion Tim Homeyer, former track champion Steve Sims, Adam Haw still there in the mix. Good gracious, this is going to be a great finish. Mike Land in the 48. Torres is going to have to be on his A game on these last two laps. Guard the outside, guard the inside. Steve Sims keeping an eye on him, right behind him. Tim Homeyer as well. Torres sets the pace, comes out of turn 4, guns the engine, down the front straightaway they go. Homeyer takes advantage of it, gets by Steve Sims, moves up into second, shuffles Sims back to third. Now Sims coming out of turn 2, didn't like that very much and tried to move back up into second, could not do it. That time down the back straightaway. That's how they line up this time. 1 lap to go. Torres, Homeyer, Sims. Adam Hall. Oh, Hall off the pace now in turn 1 and 2. Off the pace. Should be the checkered flag. Alan Torres looking at it. He brings home the win. Homeyer, Sims, Mike Land. Not sure what happened to Adam Hall out there. With 1 lap to go, he checked up out there in turn 2 and lost at least 2 or 3 positions there. That would have been a much better finish for Adam Hall had that not happened. And a couple of other drivers took advantage of it. But nobody took advantage of the yellow as Alan Torres holds him off. Homeyer, Sims, Mike Land. Alan Torres making that celebration victory lap around the track. All right, and now very familiar with the winner's circle. He knows how to drive that 94, man. He does a great job here at Cotton Bowl. He does a great job at I-37. He does a great job at Edna. He does a great job at the race ranch down in Corpus. But we got him here tonight, and he's got that main event win. That's going to be Alan Torres pulling up in the winner's circle. Car 94, factory stock out of San Antonio. There he is. Round of applause for that young driver. Let's turn it over to the man, Joe Spillman.
That was quite the eventful race, but in the end, you ended up where it needed to be, right?
Yes, sir.
What happened to the front of the car?
Well, it was Homeyer, me, Sims, lap cars, and I pushed Sims through so I wouldn't get caught up.
We made a hole.
Yeah, we made a hole.
Not the first time here this year at Cotton Bowl Speedway in the winner's circle. Craig's Victory Lane. Anybody you want to thank? How'd you get here? Who helped you?
My wife for coming out with me, Tom, everybody at the shop. Jared helped me out with the left rear shock to try it out, and I loved it. Yeah, it worked.
Well, there it is, the 94 Alan Torres.
My brother Johnny, though.
Big brother Johnny. Yeah. Johnny Torres helped him get here. So, Alan Torres, your factory stock winner, Cotton Bowl Speedway. Go over there to Craig's Victory Lane. Get your photos with the Pick Chick. And up next is your Sport Compacts.
Alan Torres with the win. Rachel taking those winners' pictures in Victory Lane. All right, up next, the Design Welding Sport Compacts. You see them on the back straightaway. They're going to run around in a 12-lap main event. Let's see who is supposed to be out there for the main event. On the pole, 12.5, John DeWitt. 03, Julie Crabb. Second row, 13, Dash Dashnaw. 42, Bo Bollinger. Row 3, inside, 00, Cody Crabb. 33K, Kayla Pouncey. Row 4, 41S, Shay Nauman. And row 4 outside, 53, Preston Hesselmeyer. Those are the 8 cars scheduled. And it looks like they're all out there. Cody Crabb with the points lead. He's in the 00. He's got a 3-point lead over Bo Bollinger, who's in second at 109. Preston Hesselmeyer third at 102. He's in third place. Lights are out, getting to the pink tire, picking up Sport Compact speed. Here they come at you. And trying to work their way around. Let's see who's going to grab that initial lead coming by the flag stand. Oh, a little rubbing is racing out there coming out of turn 4. 13, Dashnaw, trying to get up there into the lead. 12.5, John DeWitt, trying to move up to be a player as well. Here comes Cody Crabb in the Apple Red 00. Points leader, trying to get up into the front mix. 42, Bo Bollinger, got the outside line, trying to make a run. Bollinger with the lead. Cody Crabb is the one with the outside run in the red 00. Crabb trying to move up. He's your points leader. 3-point lead coming into tonight. Bollinger back in second in points. Now here comes Cody Crabb blasting down the back straightaway. Picked up some power and speed coming out of turn 2. Midway up the groove in 3 and 4. Cody Crabb now making a move down. Oh, an innocent white tire lost its life thanks to 03. Julie Crabb right into that white tire, but she kept on going. That white tire just standing there saying, what did I do? Was it Rachel's tire? Oh, the pink tire. Oh, no. Sport Compact separating themselves out down the back straightaway as Cody Crabb was able to grab the lead after a couple of laps, and now he's on cruise control. He's got a good Sport Compact out there, good young driver. 42, Bo Bollinger, equally as good in that good-looking 42. "12-lap main event for the Design Welding Sport Compacts. We got the Browning Auto Parts ice stocks on deck. Little wiggle and wobble there by the 13 of Dash Dashnall. No serious issues, though, as she's got it straight in the right position. Still holding third place, but Cody Crabb is just checking out. Crabb's getting ready to lap the 41S of Shea Nauman. But, yeah, Cody Crabb is just on a lightning rail tonight as he's separating himself from the second-place car. 42, Bo Bollinger. So the car that's first place in points, Cody Crabb, is in first place in the race. And the car that's second in points is also second in the race. Laps quickly disappearing. Our flag man keeping an eye on the race leader. Next time by, Cody Crabb, white flag. Last lap for the Design Welding Sport Compacts. This could be really now a race for second, third, and fourth. Cody Crabb, he's out there by himself on an island. He's going to take this race, going to take the win, keep the points lead. 42, Bo Bollinger trying to hold on to second, and that'll keep him second in points. 13, Dash Dashnall, not able to do it. 12.5 of John DeWitt held on for third, Dashnall fourth. Well, a good, easy win by Cody Crabb once he worked his way up from his starting position. Got by everybody. The 00 Cody Crabb will now take that victory lap around at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Yeah, a little bit of a slow victory lap for Cody Crabb as he's carefully making his way around the track. He'll come down. Joe Spillman to talk to him for a minute, and then we'll get on to the ice stocks presented by Browning Auto Parts. And there he comes, creeping down towards the flag stand. Cody Crabb, your main event winner and still points leader. After tonight's race, we'll turn it over to Joe Spillman trackside.
Climbing out of the grocery getter, the 00. Your sport compact winner. It's going to be the 00 of Cody Crabb. Wait for it. Wait for it. Cody Crabb out of the race car. Get on top. Go all the way. No, he says he doesn't have that much faith. Good job, buddy. You had to kind of work through some traffic early on, but once you're out clean and green, it was kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, they left the outside line open for me the whole race, so it worked out good for me.
Back up 2 steps. There you go. So anybody you want to thank to help you get to Craig's Victory Lane tonight?
Man, I got so many good sponsors. Frontline Delivery System, City Auto Service, Terry's Body Shop, Taylor Loop Center. Just all those guys helped me out.
Well, good job. Thank you for being here. Run over there to Craig's Victory Lane. Get your picture taken from the Pick Chick herself, Miss Rachel Plant. And now we're going to go back to Mr. Milton Hope. Up next, my favorite class. That's your stock cars.
IMCA Stock Cars presented by Browning Auto Parts is Jason Batts, your points leader, coming into tonight. He's got a 14-point lead over Chris Birmingham in the C3. And let's see, Birmingham's in second, Nate Robbins third in the 704, Mason Doherty fourth in the 33M, and Jeffrey Borho fifth in points in the 69B. All right, let's see who we got for the race tonight. Scheduled, Allison Morris on the pole, 94A, 01 Terry Scherner. Second row inside, Kobe Allen in the 27, 313 Austin Smith outside. Row 3, David Leger Jr. in the number 9. C3, Chris Birmingham, row 3 outside. Row 4, Dustin Mooney in the 121, 9B, Jason Batt. Row 5, inside, Marcus Harcrow in the 29, Thomas Hall Jr. next to him in the 114. Row 6, Boone Evans in the Ford JR, 14T, Joey Scherner next to him in the 14T. Row 7, 33M, Mason Doherty. On the inside, 69B, Jeffrey Borho outside. Row 8, 4K, Ken Plonsky inside. Row 8 outside, the 01T of Tracy Scherner. And the 20T of Thomas Hall. Those cars are scheduled. 15-lap main event for the iStocks. Lights are out. Setting the pace. Coming out of turn 3 and 4. Looking for that pink tire that was maliciously hit in the last race. Off and running. Here we go. Green flag, green light. It's iStock time at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Three wide in turn 2. Oh, they had to back off there. We would have had a collision right along the outside wall. Allison Morris started on the pole, sitting there right now. She is sitting good in the catbird seat. Here we go, first time by. '01 Terry Scherner staying right there with her. Scherner goes high up on turn 2. That opens the door for a couple of cars to move forward. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Well, we just got a I-35 mess up there on turn 1. Scoring tower telling the cars to stay low, but right now they're going to have to gently make their way by the tow truck, and then we had another car kind of slide backwards. Now they're going to cut through the infield to keep their engines moving. Well, it looks like we're going to have a complete restart, of course, except for those that were involved in the incident up there in turn 1. Get everybody lined back up where they need to be. Allison Morris running strong out there in the 94A. Terry Scherner staying right with her in the 01. Couple of cars to keep our eyes on besides Morris in the 94A and the 01 Terry Scherner. What's the number 9 of David Leger Jr. and the 9B of Jason Batt? Those are going to be a couple of quick movers. Also the 29 of Marcus Harcrow. So even though they may be mid-pack right now, they could be moving up fairly quickly. Lots of laps left in this race. Lights are out, leading them down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Setting the pace. Ready, set, and go. Green, green, green on the restart. Off and running again. iStocks, Cotton Bowl, Speedway. Oh, it's a good night of racing here in Central Texas as everybody shoots the gap there in turn 2. There's not much room for them to move, but they're doing it. Here comes Jason Batt, just like I told you. He goes from 6th to 3rd coming out of turn 4. Jason Batt wasted little time on that restart. Now he's getting shuffled back a little bit. Here he comes. Here he comes. Watch the contact out in 4. Allison Morris holding off Jason Batt down the front straightaway. Look how low Batt goes in turn 1 and 2. Tries to cut the ground that he has to drive, but Allison Morris wasn't having to steer as hard. She kept the lead. Now Jason's going to try it again in 4. Oh, watch out. Turn 3. Whoa, another 2-3 cars involved. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow getting caught up there, coming out of 3 and 4. Yeah, they kind of got wadded up there, and there wasn't much room to move. And this one may have got the worse for wear. He's kind of limping down like he's on crutches. '27, Kobe Allen trying to get back up to speed. It all starts right there. There's a wreck, and then he spins by himself over here. This was for him sitting here by himself, or was it for that accident?
That was a 22, wasn't it?
All right, so 27, as we, H and I were talking about the situation, Tony Fetters jumped in with the replay and helped us all out. So, yeah, 27, got to go to the back. Kobe Allen, after he spun out up there in turn 4. Okay, so we tried to tell a couple of drivers where to go, and some of them did it, some of them didn't. We're getting back to racing. Allison Morris knows she goes up front. Jason Batt hard charging in second. 313, Austin Smith looking mighty strong. This is going to be a good finish to the race. If we can get it all in the green flags, it's going to be an awesome race all the way through. Lights are out. Allison Morris leading them around. She's been looking strong throughout this race. Picking up speed. Here we go one more time. Green, green, green. Rushing out of turn 4. Allison Morris dragging Jason Batt with her. Batt again goes to the inside. Not having any luck with that inside move. And matter of fact, it slows him down and lets the 3rd and 4th place car catch up to him. Batt tries it again. 3 and 4. Shoves that nose deep inside the turn. Does he have the power? I bet he's got it this time because he gained some ground, got up right next to Allison's door. Can he do it? Allison slingshots around the outside. She is not giving up. She's running a great race. Here comes Jason Batt one more time. He gets it in the turns. She gets it in the straightaways. Batt may have her this time. Slings it low. Allison stays high. Oh, watch out. Allison cut down on the cars behind her, and everybody got caught up behind Allison Morris. Yeah, taking a look at the replay, those of you that are watching our Race on Texas had the perfect opportunity to see that replay going on up in turn 2 as we were kind of dissecting it up here to see who was involved and how it happened. And, you know, to be quite honest with you, the 94A of Allison Morris just got loose up there in turn 2. That back end came around on her. She drifted to the inside, cut right down in front of the cars in front of her. They had nowhere to go because she cut right down in front of them, almost blocking the racetrack. And that caused that pile up there as she spun backwards out of turn 2. So Allison Morris going to be responsible for that yellow flag. Everybody else should get their spots back. Tow truck and officials getting a workout out there in the racetrack tonight. Really getting a good work. Looks like the 121 maybe on the back of that tow truck. Yeah, Dustin Mooney on the back of that tow truck, 121. Marcus Harcrow also caught up in that. Oh, that's a tough break for Harcrow out there in the 29, sitting on the low side of turn 2. Joe Spillman talking to him right now. Rachel, our picture taker, going out there to make sure everything is okay, snap some shots, but that is a tough break for Dustin Mooney and Marcus Harcrow as they had nowhere to go as the back end of the 94 Morris car came around on her. She tried to correct it, came down in front of those cars, and looks like she may be able to continue, but they're out of the race. All right, so Jason Batt has now inherited that lead In the 9B, going to be pulling the 313, Austin Smith behind him in second place. David Leger Jr. in the number 9 iStock, sitting in third. Jason Batt with the lead. Austin Smith, David Leger Jr. 114, Thomas Hall Jr. sitting in fourth. Chris Birmingham behind him in fifth in the C3. All right, trying to slow these guys up a little bit. Three laps complete. It sure seems like we've been here for 3 hours in this race, but 3 laps complete. Got a good little rivalry here between Jason Batt and Austin Smith. We'll see how that plays out. David Leger Jr. going to try to be a player up there in that gray number 9. 15-lap main event, 3 complete. Let's see if Austin Smith in the 313 can hang with Jason Batt and get by him. He's hanging right there on his backside. Little shove right at the beginning. Here we go. Green, green, green. That may have cost Austin Smith a little bit because he's backed up to third now as David Leger Jr. went by him coming out of turn 4. He might have been a little too close to Jason Batt, had to back off the power, and David Leger did not. Moves up to second. Now he's trying to swoop around the outside of Jason Batt to grab the lead. Leger goes way up there on turn 2. No harm, stays in second. Austin Smith in third. Chris Birmingham in fourth. Now we got a good single file form of racing here as Leger chasing down Jason Batt, trying to figure out a way to get by him. Does he have the power? Can he find the groove? Can he find a spot where he can get a better grip and get by? Here they come one more time down the front straightaway. Batt and Leger got a couple of 9s up front. Lucky number 9 is going to be leading this time by. Down the back straightaway, Leger with the extra power out of turn 2. Goes along the outside wall. Jason Batt holds the low line in 3 and 4. Going to be a good battle between these two 9s coming to the start-finish line. Leger now your clear front runner. Jason Batt tries to dial it back in, settles into second. Going to catch his breath for a moment. Think about it. What am I going to do to get by Leger? Problem is the laps are running out as we just got past the halfway point. Chris Birmingham back in the C3 trying to get by Austin Smith. Move up an additional spot from 4th to 3rd. Couldn't do it that time. Leger and Batt now checking out from the rest of the group down the front straightaway. Smith in 2nd, Birmingham 3rd. 114, Thomas Hall Jr. in 5th. Hall shaved across the backside of the Birmingham car that time by out of turn 2. A number 9 car is going to win this race. The thing is, who's it going to be? Number 9, Bat. Number 9, Leger. Right now, Leger in the catbird seat, leading him around, looking pretty strong out there. Bat not going as low as he was earlier in the race. Now kind of content to play follow the leader as he follows Leger's path through the turns. Now Bat goes a little bit lower in 3 and 4. Last time through 1 and 2, he didn't go nearly as low. I think he knows that I gave it all I had. I'm going to try to give it a couple of tries here, but I think Bat is just out of power. And Leger's got a strong car in this I-Stock class here at Cotton Bowl Speedway tonight. They were shown 2 flags to go, that time by the flag stand, next time by. It's not the surrender flag, it's the 1 flag, 1 lap to go. White flag. David Leger Jr. running a fantastic race out there. Battled Jason Bat, looked for a spot, finally got past him. Bat tried a couple of times as he is right there. One more time. He's just out of lap, so Jason Bat second. David Leger Jr., your winner in first. Chris Birmingham in third. Austin Smith in the 313. Looks like he finished 4th. A good run there by the I-Stocks. Coming up next, the IMCA Southern Sport Mods, then the Magnum IMCA Modifieds, and that'll wrap it up for the night. Checkered flag being handed over. Let's get the other cars out of the way, and we'll get your main event winner with the checkered flag victory lap. And down to Victory Lane to meet our lovely trophy girl Amber and Rachel for the pictures. We'll get the other cars out of the way, and then we will bring out David Leger Jr., your main event winner in the I-Stocks, and we will let Joe Spillman take over the winner's interview trackside.
David Leger, I tell you what, somebody passes the 9 car with the 9 car. That's pretty impressive. Heck of a race, buddy.
Yeah, when he passed me like I was sitting still early in the race, I was like, well, we got some work to do because he's pretty quick, and he's the one I look forward to beating every time I come here because he runs Friday and Saturday, every Saturday night. Putting laps in a race car helps tremendously. So I want to give big thanks to Pops Alignment, BP Equipment, Supreme Graphics, my cousin, Philip Hall, Kerry Hall, they own the race car. My grandpa came tonight with his girlfriend, and he hasn't been out here in a long time, so to win with him is pretty special.
Well, it's a very clean and a very fast race car, buddy. Good to see you back here. Craig's Victory Lane. Get a few pictures here. We'll go over to the Craig's Victory Lane and get your real pictures with the pick chick. So we're going straight to Victory Lane. David Leger, the 9, your IMCA stock car. I tell you what, against that field of cars, that is not an easy feat. So congratulations to David.
Yeah, thank you, Joe, for that interview of your main event winner, David Leger Jr. Now coming up, the IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Take a look at who we got scheduled for the race. Pole 115, Andrew Supak. Next to him, 8, Doug Ripple. Row 2 inside, 17E, Eric Sigelski. Row 2 outside, 21T, Taylor Florio. Row 3 inside, 777, James Hanisch. Row 3 outside, 32, Robert Stewart. Row 4 inside, Sid Kippen. Outside, 43G, Gene Burnett. Row 5 inside, 231, Joe Maple. Outside, 4, JR Boone Evans. Row 6 inside, 86, Kevin Tyndall. 711 next to him, Chance Towery. Row 7 inside, 91, Jack Lewis. Outside of row 7, 9M, William McGuire. Row 8 inside, H14, Heath Stewart. Outside row 8, 23, Joel Garcia. And Don Painter in the 10D. Coming into tonight's race, 9M, William McGuire is your points leader. He's got 147 points coming in. Heath Stewart in the H14, second in points at 143. Third in points at 32, Robert Stewart at 142. James Hanisch, 777, he's in fourth at 141. Rounding out the top 5 is the 8 Sport Mod of Doug Ripple out of Granite Shoals, Texas at 113. So your top 4 cars, the difference between fourth place and first place is only 6 points coming into tonight. A lot of things can happen. McGuire finds himself deep in the pack in this 15-lap main event, picking up speed. Here we go. Green flag, green light. We're running IMCA Southern Sport Modifieds. Robert Stewart running in second, chasing down your race leader. Here we go, first time by the flag stand. Who's it going to be? Florio, Stewart, Ripple. Oh, Robert Stewart, a little jiggle up there in turn 2. No harm, he's still running hard and fast down the back straightaway. Takes to the inside of Florio. Robert Stewart trying to move into the lead. Nah, could not do it. Florio running strong earlier tonight, as was Robert Stewart in the heat races. Stewart looking for a main event win. Had a dry spell since last year. Early last year, got his first main event win, and then he went cold after that. Still looking for one this year as well. Florio down the back straightaway, looking good. Robert Stewart second, James Hanisch third. As they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Long line of Sport Modifieds. 17, Eric Sigelski looking strong as well, up in that top 5 spot. In fourth currently. Here comes your front 3 though, trying to make a 3-car breakaway. Hanisch in third, Robert Stewart in second, Taylor Florio in first. And then everybody else about 6-7 car lengths back. Got a good race for fourth place right there into turn 1 and 2. Looks like Boone Evans able to move up an extra spot. Now moves into the top 5. Sigelski getting bounced out of the way. Cars going past him. Sigelski had a top 5 car there and now getting bounced back further and further each and every lap. Oh, this is really turning out to be a good Southern Sport Mod race right now, as really we do have that 3-car breakaway still continuing to be Florio, Stewart, and Hanisch. As strong as Robert Stewart's car was during the heat race, he's got nothing for Taylor Florio right now. Watch out, get out of the way. Doug Ripple almost causing a blockade down there in turn 4. Taylor Florio out of Coppers Cove, Texas. Looking strong out there. Front cars catching up with slower cars. Got to be careful. Don't want to get taken out by a slower car. Here comes Hanisch. Now catching up with the back of the pack. Going to go by a back marker of Jack Lewis in the 91. Hanisch needs to be careful. Doesn't want to jeopardize a top 3 finish. Coming up on 12 laps to go this time by. There's your race leader, Taylor Florio. Robert Stewart second, Hanisch third. Boone Evans fourth. And once these drivers broke away at the drop of the green flag, very, very clean race all the way. 2 laps to go, shown this time by the Taylor Florio. Florio started on the second row outside, wasted little time in working up front, grabbed that lead. Robert Stewart just got nothing tonight in that 32 Sport Mod. White flag being shown up in the flag stand, and coming across should be a nice checkered flag win for Taylor Florio. Here they come out of turn 4, right by the flag stand. Taylor Florio first, Robert Stewart second, James Hanisch third. Well, very nice run there by the Southern Sport Modifieds here at Cotton Bowl Speedway tonight. Taylor Florio picks up the checkered flag for the victory lap. Awesome run there by the 32 of Robert Stewart in the black pink. Just didn't have anything for Taylor. Hanisch in the 777 looked good as well. Very, very good run. All right, last and final race getting ready to come your way as the Magnum Trailer IMCA Modifieds are going to come out. There goes Robert Stewart. Great run by Robert tonight. Boone Evans, James Hanisch, but your winner, there can only be one of those. It's Taylor Florio. We're going to let Joe Spillman talk to our Sport Mod main event winner.
I like to call her Tay-Tay. Give Tay-Tay a second. She's got to put her hair up. She's sweaty, she says. Miss Taylor Florio, you're Sport Mod winner. I also love interviewing Tay-Tay because it's like it's the only person I'm taller than that's here. Good job, Taylor. I tell you what, on a rail, smooth and fast. Heck of a job tonight. Who do you have to thank?
Gosh, I have to thank my parents. My dad, he's at home. Dustin Mooney, JD, and Caroline, they came out to help tonight. All my sponsors, Florio Racing Chassis, Midtex Paint and Body, Swinson Racing Shocks.
This is where we start reading the car. It's like an interview.
Evolve Fitness, or Evolve, what is it? Evolve. And D&D cabinet, sorry.
Awesome. Well, good job. Get a few pictures with a pick chick. Welcome to Craig's Victory Lane. We'll see you over there. Up next, your IMCA Modifieds. Mr. Milton, back to you, buddy.
Joe Spillman, I never thought I'd see the day that somebody was shorter than you. That's amazing. And she can drive. All right, final main event of the night. IMCA Modifieds presented by Magnum Trailers. 48R, Raymond McSpadden on the pole. Next to him, 12D, Matt DeWitt. Row 2 inside, Rob Sanderson. 81C, Ryan Childress. Row 3 inside, 17, Cody Tidwell. Next to him, 94, Chris Morris. Row 4, 26D, Cody Duke. Row 4 outside, Denny Geiber in the 15. Row 5 inside, Dylan Tyndall in the 86. And Garrett Gregory outside row 5 in the 77. Main event coming your way, 15 fast laps for your IMCA Modifieds, presented by Magnum Trailers. Rolled up green flag. If you're watching on Race on Texas, hold on to the edge of your cushions. If you're watching in the grandstands, hold on to the board underneath you, because these modifieds are going to pick up speed and they're going to come flying by you like Top Gun Maverick. Here we go. 15 laps. Lights are out. Setting the pace. Raymond McSpadden and Matt DeWitt on the front row. Coming to the pink tire. Fire up the engines. IMCA Modified. Let's knock out 15 quick laps and get us on our way home. Raymond McSpadden down the back straightaway. Matt DeWitt settles in behind him. They started on the front row, and that's where they are right now. Man, they are looking good right now through a couple of laps. No harm, no foul, no contact. Here comes Chris Morris in the 94. Morris trying to become a player in this race. As he comes down the front straightaway, settles into third, right on the back side of your second place car. Now Chris Morris goes shooting by the 12D of Matt DeWitt. Now he's going to try to reel in over the last several laps of your race leader, Raymond McSpadden. Chris Morris throwing that fishing pole out in front of him, trying to get McSpadden to come on back to him. Morris doing a great job staying steady. DeWitt staying in third in the 12D. '17, Cody Tidwell. Always a danger, always a fast driver. He's right there in fourth as they're moving down the back straightaway. Actually, Tidwell back to fifth now in the 17. No, fourth place. My eyes are getting tired. I know who's up front, though. Raymond McSpadden up front. Still got Chris Morris reading him in just a little bit at a time each and every lap. Trying to get a little bit closer to make one of those famous Chris Morris moves. Will he go to the inside? Will he go to the outside? Morris can go either way. Spin at the bottom of 1 and 2. He's just sitting there. Go, 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 yellow. That may be something that Raymond McSpadden did not want to see. Oh boy, Raymond McSpadden has got to be beating that steering wheel right now, as he had a, let's say, a 2-car length lead over Chris Morris. Looked pretty comfortable with it. Morris was kind of reeling him in just a bit, not making any huge advances on him, but now this yellow flag and yellow light, this is primo time, perfect territory for Chris Morris to bounce. McSpadden not waiting. Oh, whoop. It went off and then it came back on. That was very confusing. That was confusing because it. Yeah, so the light went off. McSpadden and Morris saw it. Then they slowed down when the yellow flicked back on all of a sudden. But it wasn't looking very good in the back of the pack there. The lineup just wasn't right. Okay, let's try it again. McSpadden says, hey, you better pay attention. Here I go. Green, green, green. Chris Morris says, I'm right there with you. You're not getting away from me, man. I'm a good driver. Love watching Chris Morris drive. Morris getting back up behind the backside of Raymond McSpadden. McSpadden still got to be shaking his head about that yellow flag. Good group of cars back there, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Man, we got a good battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Morris going high up on the groove. McSpadden loses power in turn 2. Chris Morris says, see you later, alligator. That's it. McSpadden absolutely slowed down in turn 2. Not sure what happened, and Chris Morris pounced on it. Now that could be all she wrote as we get ready to count off the final 5 or 6, 7 laps here. Costly error by Raymond McSpadden. And when you've got Chris Morris right there in pouncing position, you saw him just like a tiger, man. He jumped. McSpadden now dropping back one more spot to 3rd. Now firing back up past the 17 of Cody Tidwell. Tidwell had taken 2nd for just a moment, and McSpadden just realized, wait a minute, I'm going the wrong direction. Oh, actually, that's 77, Garrett Gregory. Gregory with the inside move. McSpadden trying to do a crossover coming out of turn 2. He's got a lot of power down the straightaways. And 77, Gregory's got the power in the turns. Setting up for a good finish here for 2nd and 3rd. I think once McSpadden realized he was going the wrong direction, he found the gas pedal again. McSpadden seems to be really strong in the straightaways. Gregory looks really strong in the turns. There he is one more time. He takes it coming out of turn 4. Gregory holds it low in turn 2. Stays under McSpadden. Now McSpadden will cross over. Settles back in behind the 77 of Garrett Gregory. 1 lap to go this time by. If McSpadden's going to move up to 2nd, he's going to have to do it quickly. And there is your race leader, Chris Morris, with the win as he was able to jump on top of that miscalculation by Raymond McSpadden up in turn 2. Well, what a shock. 94, Chris Morris with the win as he was able to overtake Raymond McSpadden after a little bit of a mishap and maybe a miscalculation by McSpadden up in turn 2, and Morris was right there to capitalize on it. Great run once again by Chris Morris, your points leader here at Cotton Bowl Speedway in the IMCA Modifieds. Raymond McSpadden, a fantastic run all night long. Good run by the Modifieds. Rob Sanderson coming back after a little while off and up in New York this time 2 weeks ago, but he's back here at the track with his race car. Chris Morris getting used to these victory laps around the track, taking that checkered flag and going around, and now getting used to these post-race interviews in the winner's circle. Came in with about a 21-point lead tonight in the standings of the Modifieds here at Cotton Bowl, and he'll extend that lead. Another great run. Stick around and give him a round of applause as he gets out of there, and Joe will talk to him. Joe's getting to be best buddies with him. He's always in the winner's circle, that Chris Morris.
We seem to do this quite often, Milton.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't forget, June 18th, our next race here, dwarf cars will be here. So as Chris Morris, a driver of the 94, is climbing out of the race car. But June 18th, be back here, 7 o'clock start time. So put that on your calendars.
We may be getting to that time of the year where we don't have to worry about Mother Nature. But, you know, in Texas, you never know. But thank goodness, Joe, we were able to get it in today.
I tell you what, I was looking at my radar like everybody else was this morning, and I kind of had my doubts, and then it just kind of dissipated. It was gone by the time we got here. So
think about Heart of Texas. They only got an hour's worth of racing last night, and they got rained out, but we lucked out today.
So, yeah, we're very fortunate. A lot of rainouts throughout Texas tonight, Kennedale, Abilene, Boyd, but we were able to get it in. Good job to H and Marianne. Racetrack was awesome. So, Chris Morris, here he comes. There he is, Chris Morris, a driver of the 94. That's your IMCA modified winner. Chris, was it a little nerve in there with a Raymond up front and kind of had to work a little bit to get there?
Yeah, you know, I hope I gave him enough room down there. I got a little tight and caught a rut wrong, and you know, it showed us to the top, and Ray was good. You know, I knew I had to just stay on him and hope he would make a mistake, and kind of saw opportunity open up on the inside and decided to take it. It ended up working out for us.
Awesome job. Who all helped you get here tonight in Craig's Victory Lane?
First of all, I got to thank all you fans coming out. We wouldn't be here without y'all. Tex-Mix Concrete, Barnes Co., Tina Reagan Realty, Maxwell Medical, ACM Services, my mom, my dad, my sister, my girlfriend, just everybody on the car. Bigfoot Pumping, Lone Star Concrete, True Form Wheel Covers. They make an awesome product. Bet All Racing, and anybody else I forgot.
Awesome job. Go over to Craig's Victory Lane with the Pick Chick. And Milton, we'll see you on the 18th.
I think, hey, Joe, I think Chris needs to move that girlfriend up in the hierarchy there. She's pretty low down that thank you list.
Yeah, we didn't want to mention that he forgot his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He did, but she's way down the list.
Way down the list.
Bump her up a little bit.
That's
Chris Morris, great
They're
run.
not married yet.
If you want to be married, you better move her up. Yeah, buddy, thanks. All right, another great race here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Thank you for coming out tonight. Have a very safe drive home. Mark it on your calendar. June the 18th, we're back again. Dwarf cars are here. Good night. God bless.
Hey everybody, Winning Technologies Workshop is proud to announce WinTech.tv, folks. You heard it right. WinTech.tv have weekly tech tips, folks. That's 52 tech tips a year for manufacturers and experts in the motorsports industry. We're excited to be launching at $79.99 a year, folks. That's less than 22 cents a day. Can't get much cheaper than that. Right to your phone, all the tech information you need. Get it now, WinTech.tv. Lots of information will be loaded on the website. Every week we have a new tech tip be out there. There'll be manufacturer discounts for products and things to help your race program. So for less than 22 cents a day, folks, WinTech.tv is your source.
You look at NASCAR and you look at how they started. They used to put 60 or 70 cars on track down there in Daytona on the beach. They do 200 here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. It's incredible.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Moments meant to be remembered are the perfect time for that perfect gift, and Craig's Jewelry in Bastrop is the destination for commemorating the most special times in our lives. From watches, rings, pendants, and charms, to bracelets, earrings, and personalized gifts. As always, we offer fast in-house engraving to add that personal touch to any special gift. Mark your most precious moments with Craig's Jewelry in Bastrop, and let us help you and your family celebrate those special times.